Y'all come on in. Say your hellos. Um, I cannot. Let me see. Cancel. Hmm. I'm really not sure what is going on with um let me see. I have no idea. I'm trying to do my YouTube stream and it is totally blank. So I am trying to see if YouTube, hey, Instagram, y'all here. How y'all doing? Hey, my wealthy buddy. Hey, Rare. Hey, Chocolate. All right. So YouTube, I can't see myself. So I don't know what I have did wrong, but I cannot see myself. And so therefore, I don't know if you guys can see me. Can you see me? Let me know if you guys can see me. Hey, Grow Pretty Red. Thank you for the pink hearts. I appreciate it. Okay, so Dana says they can see me. I can't see me. So it's like a blank screen. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'll figure it out later. As long as y'all can see me, I'm good. All right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Roman. Hey, Dion. Dioncia. I hope I said that right. Hey, Krista. How you doing? Hey, Rochelle Holmes. Thank you guys for the pink hearts. I appreciate it. Y'all must be MH gang. Y'all coming on in here with these pink hearts. How are y'all? Oh, I'm going to tell you, I had the most amazing, relaxing day today. Yes, I found me a new esthetician and she did my facial today and I just kind of relaxed today. Um met my grandkids when they got out of school. And so it's just been a really, really chill day. I woke up when I wanted to wake up today. Chill day. So it's been a good day for me. How about you guys? Hey, Steven, how are you? So good. You deserve the rest. Been praying you get it. Girl, you know, I had to pull back. We have the work series this weekend. And so when I'm doing a seminar or a training or something, y'all know I pour from the heart. And so me being an empath, I can feel all the energy and it wears me out. And so normally before I do a training or a seminar, I pull back for a few days, but I really haven't had a chance to pull back. But today I got a chance to relax. And I ended up getting a facial done. If you have not done, um, gosh, what is that facial called? It's mm, I can't even think of the name of it, but it's when they do the electric in your face. Um Microcurrent, that's what it's called. If you have not had a microcurrent facial, girl, if you had not had it, you better try it. It was amazing. And so I go get a facial quite a bit. I get a facial like every week, but I get what they call, I go to this place called Skin Laundry and I do laser facials. And so I wanted to take some time and get like an hour and a half long facial in where they do your shoulders and your neck and everything. And so if you have not done a microcurrent facial, make sure you get you one. I needed one because I'm telling y'all, Krista already put it down there, workseries.com. The work series is going on this weekend. So I leave out tomorrow. I have a meeting in the morning, and then I'm leaving out for Atlanta. We are going to be in Atlanta this weekend, and it is going to be Friday and Saturday all day. Friday night, we do a meet and greet. So if you are in the Atlanta area and you would like to come to the meet and greet, there should be a flyer somewhere on my page with that information. You can come out, you can meet us in person, you can hang out. We normally do it, I think, from about 6 to 9. Then Saturday, right back in work series. And then Saturday night, we normally do a dinner somewhere with the attendees. And so, and then Sunday, normally, y'all know I lollygag around Atlanta, but the situation has changed in Atlanta for me. And so I will be returning home on Sunday. No, Sunday evening. And so yeah. So I got some rest today. And I'm so don't look, I'm glowing, y'all. Ain't I? Ain't I glowing? I don't know if YouTube can see it because I can't see them. So yeah, so that was my day. I'm so glad I was able to, because you have to. I always tell y'all, in this group home journey, you have to take time to take care of yourself. You have to, because if you don't, it's gonna show, for one, and it will wear you out. So always try to take some time to take care of you. Okay. All right. So since Instagram was first, I'm going to go up here and see if anybody had any comments, anything. Let's see. Hey, baby, period. Yes, I will be there. Can't wait. Oh, Ross. Okay. You will be in Atlanta. Awesome. We'll get to meet face to face. So I'm excited about that. All right. So, hi, Riley's family. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Ellen. Thank you. Thank you for the email. I appreciate you so much. MH Gang is tight, y'all. They be reaching out to me just for no reason at all. And I love that. Y'all know one of my love languages is just showing up. Show up for me. So, wow, I'm an esthetician in Texas. You're glowing. Thank you. Thank you, Jasmine. Microdermabrasion or microcircuits. It was the microcurrent. So I guess they use these electric things that's supposed to stimulate your everything on your face. And so y'all know I'm about trying to look youthful in this 51-year-old body. So I'm always trying to stay up on what is the new thing. And I'm not saying it's new, because y'all know I'll be behind, but but yeah, it's new to me. So let's see. Yes. Hey, mentor. Well, you sure are glowing. My college town, Clark, Atlanta. Yes. Yes, Nada. Yes. So we will be in Atlanta this weekend. And so I'm going to enjoy myself during this work series. I'm going to tell y'all see me and Dwayne. You know how people have events and they just be with people and they really don't like them. We like each other. So when we together, we have a good time. And so I'm excited to see Dwayne and Sharonica again, and to spend some quality time with them. Cleveland can't wait for you. Hills Blueprint. Now you know we're not coming to Cleveland this year. We're not coming to Cleveland. But Hills Blueprint, if you've already attended the work series, you can always come to the retreat. We have the work series retreat. So anybody who has been to the work series, you can definitely come to the Punta Cana retreat in July. I just got my plane ticket today because the tickets have dropped, and I'll be watching them plane tickets, y'all. I'm sorry. I like to save money. And so you can come to the Punta Cana retreat. and see us there. And then Monique says, come to California. We have no plans to come to California to do the event. Like I tell people, we have to kind of plan the events to be affordable so people that we want to help can come. But then too, you have to make it to where it costs enough to cover the event. Y'all, these event spaces and hotels and stuff are out of control right now. And so yeah, California is on the expensive side. So we may not be coming to California, but it's just a plane ride away. So you're welcome to come to wherever we're at. We have Atlanta this weekend. I think we're I think we're not selling any more tickets for Atlanta, but Dallas is next. California is the straight plane ride from to Dallas. So you are welcome to come out to Dallas. Let's see. Dallas is the last weekend in June. And so you guys can come to the Dallas Worc Series. Make sure you go to workseries.com and you can book your seat to Dallas. All right. It's the last, I believe it's the 28th and 29th or 27th and 28th. I'm sorry. Y'all know I be having so much stuff in this big old head of mine that I forget sometimes. But I know it's the last weekend in June. Okay. And then the retreat is July 18th through the 22nd. I know this because I've got my ticket today, my plane ticket. All right. So we got all of that squared away, you guys. Okay. So today I'm gonna do something that I normally don't do. Okay. Y'all know I try to give you guys what you need, things that you need in order to be successful in this journey. And really kind of you do need this because everybody needs receipts, but this is something that I figured I would talk about. And then plus someone on my team mentioned to me that maybe I should do a topic on it. So I chose to do it today for Winning Wednesday. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is basically mentorship. We're going to talk about mentorship because that's been coming up a lot. Y'all know I do consultation calls all the time, and I'm always talking to people about different things, and people try to get me to do different things, not knowing that I already have a lot going on. I tell y'all, I'm an owner operator. I'm not one of these people that just is out here, selling courses, saying they did stuff. I actually have group homes. I actually have group homes that I own and that I operate. I was actually in one of my group homes Sunday. I worked one of my group homes Sunday for Mother's Day so I can let my employee be off for Mother's Day. So I am an actual owner operator. Okay. You can look that up. I have receipts. I just want to throw that out there. So when people be trying to get me to do different things, it's really like I don't have the time to because I am still active in my business. Though I train, I coach, I mentor, I do all of that. I am not one of those people that don't actually do the business. I do. So I don't have a lot of time to do all these extra things, but I do enjoy having my mentorship group. I have a small mentorship group. People have to apply for it. It's not a free mentorship. It does cost because, like I said, I'm an owner operator. So when I'm taking time away from something, it has to be worth me taking time away from my regular business or my family. And so I do pour into, I have a nice group going on. I think some of them are in it are on this live because they frequently attend my live. And don't be telling people who y'all are because y'all know they're gonna DM you and ask, and start asking y'all questions. If you have questions in regards to the mentorship, you can email info@myriehays.com, or you can go into my DMs, which a lot of people do, and DM me the word mentorship. And so, anyway, so I kind of wanted to talk about um I look, I told y'all I like to do notes because I like to be prepared so I can stay on topic. And so um me and my YouTube person, the name of this is going to be Unlocking Potential, Transforming Lives. Okay? Because that's what I try to do. I try to unlock potential that people have that they don't see in themselves sometimes. And I try to transform lives because ultimately that's what the group home business did for me. Hey, group home boss, how you doing, lady? How are you? The Hair Freedom, hey, the Hair Freedom Club, hey, Donikamba. Hey, you guys. So I try to pour into people to transform lives because that's what happened to me. My life was transformed. I'm living a totally different life than I was living 8 years ago. And it's all because I pursued, my dream of having a group home business. Okay. Hey, Penelope, how are you? Yes. And so, um, just thinking about like the different things that I've done and then the different people that I've helped along the way. Um, it reminds me of a saying that says, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. So sometimes it takes bringing people along, or connecting yourself with people to go further, you know, because sometimes you don't want to be an island out there by yourself. You don't want to be out there by yourself trying to figure everything out. Okay? You want help. And that's why people come to me for mentorship. And I'm not saying it's just me. There's other people out there that are doing mentorship to help people. And I'm not saying that everybody that is out there trying to help is doing it right. Okay. I'm not saying that because people come to me all the time and they say, this person told me they could help me and they took my money and da 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 da. I'm not saying everybody's doing it right, but there are people out there and I am one of them. And I don't, my name ain't bad out there in the streets. So I figure I'm doing it kind of right when I help people because I try to do what I say I'm going to do. Okay. And so, me being a mentor and connecting myself with people, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or what I do is perfect. I kind of think of it as iron sharpening iron. You're coming in and we're sharpening each other. We're helping you with your journey, your dream, because I was able to achieve my dream. And so you're looking like, wow, if she can do it, I can do it. And that's why I'm here, because I want you to know that you can do it. You can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. You just got to do it. That's the thing. You can't sit back. I got one of my mentees, she may be on here. You can't sit back since 2016 saying that you're going to have a group home. It is 2024, and this year is almost half over, y'all. And so the thing is with mentorship sometimes will kick you in your butt and say, oh no, we're not going to be here next year. Y'all know people in my mentorship know Esther don't be playing. Esther being there with me. Esther's like, no. When your year is up, you need to have something to show for it because we are serious about getting people to where they need to be. Okay. And sometimes these connections, this mentorship, it creates with us sharing, what we have, it creates lifelong relationships. There's people that I mentored for years. I've been mentoring people for about 6 years. Yeah, since my second year. I've been mentoring people for 6 years. There are people I am still connected with till today. And I probably will have some type of relationship with them for the rest of my life. So it's not just about getting your group home, up and running. It's about, y'all know I'm big on relationships. So creating relationships. I have people that I mentor that I actually, when I go to a different state, I actually meet up with them. I actually have been to different people's homes. I've actually met their family. I have that connection with them. And then that way we can continually exchange knowledge because it might be something that they learn that they can share with me. What is the saying go? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It happens. So sometimes I have to be the student and they help me. But either way it's promoting growth. It's promoting growth in each of us, you know? And so that's to me what it's all about. I'm trying to cultivate future group home owners. I'm trying to help pour into them. It's like a plant. I plant the seed and then I water it and I watch it grow and I watch it, bloom. And then I keep cultivating it, keep feeding it. That's what it's all about. Hey, Megagram. Megagram threw them rockets up in there. Yes, because that's what it's all about. You know, I'm so big on relationships. How can I DM you, Queen? Well, if you need to DM me, Penelope, I believe that you just had a consultation call with me. If you the same Penelope, if you're not, you can DM me by going to Facebook or Instagram. You can DM me that way, or you can DM me on TikTok. If you've already had a consultation call with me, you don't need to DM me. You should be receiving a follow-up email, or you should have received a follow-up email. I have to check with Krista and see if that went out yet. But normally, when I do a consultation call, within 48 hours, we send out a follow-up email. And then at that point, let's see, what's today? Wednesday? I just had a call with you yesterday, so you probably haven't got it yet. I'll check with Krista and see if it is gonna go out. But once you get that consultation call in, I only do one, y'all. I have to explain that. Can I book another call with you? You can't. You know why? Because I'm an owner operator and I have a mentorship group. And I put a lot of time into helping them do things, and so you can only book one consultation call. Now, if you're in my mentorship, you get a call with me every week. You actually get three. You get two group calls, um, two group Zooms, and then you get one Zoom just for you and your team once a month. But as far as the one-time consultation calls that people do, it's one time. So if you book again, it gets canceled because I only do it one time. And so after we do that call, I send out a follow-up email, and then you can choose how you want to work with me. And then if you don't, then I'll see you, out there in the universe. All right, Penelope. Yeah. Krista has 48 hours to send that out. And so if she hasn't sent it to you, you'll probably be getting it. Look, Krista's on this call, so you'll probably be getting it tonight or tomorrow. Um, so when is an appropriate time to get the LLC LLC for the group home. When you think about doing a group home, you need to find your name and you need to go ahead and set your LLC up. So that's the appropriate time. Really, that's one of the first things you should do, only because um, you need to open a business bank account. Everything that you do for that business, you need to be running through that bank account. All right, go Pretty Red. You've been waiting to ask that question because you be on here every week. All right. Now, if you are on YouTube and you have not liked this video, make sure you like this video. All right. Make sure you guys like this video. If you are on Instagram and you're watching this video, just hit the screen a couple of times for me. Tap, 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 tap. And I'll know that you guys showed me some love. All right, so let me go back. Okay, so it is posted in here. If you have not booked a one-on-one consultation and you want to book one, you can do that through the link on YouTube, you guys. All right, so getting back to what I was saying, um, hey, unlocking potential, transforming lives. So, just to give you guys a couple of examples of people that I have worked with. I like to tell this story because I started off with um, I guess challenges. People that, because people always be like, "Oh, it's so hard. This is so much to do." Da, 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 when they're trying to open a group home, it just seems like so much. So I start off with the story on Anna. Okay, Anna was one of my mentees. Anna is the absolute hardest group home ever that I was able to assist in setting up. It was hard. So when you say that it was hard, or it's hard for you, Anna went through the ringer. Okay. First of all, when she started, this is the thing, she's a headstrong person. So she knew what she wanted, and she wanted to have a 10-bed home. Okay. And so she wanted to have a 10-bed home and she wanted to have it in a certain city, in a certain area. So when me and her met with the um, city developer and the county, they told her what she had to do in order to have a 10-bed home. And so basically, look, story time, story time. Somebody type story time in the in the chat. But anyway, I like when people say that. So anyway, so Anna, man, we had to meet with the fire marshal. We had to meet with the county. And because some cities are ran by the county. And so you have to meet with the planning and development, city hall, all kinds of things. So, and I was on all of those meetings with her because she was a premium client. And so with a premium client, I have to do everything. So anyway, so we first of all, when we started off, let me go back. First of all, when we started off, Anna wanted, she didn't want to rent a home. Thank you, Krista. She didn't want to rent a home, she wanted to buy. And when she went to get her pre-approval, they told her her score wasn't high enough. And so she stepped back, told me, no, I'm going to work on my credit and then I'm going to come back. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, with her, because she was at the beginning of my 6 years. And so with her, I said, okay, whenever you're ready, come back. Now in my contract, you got to get it done. 2 years and I'm out. So just know that. So anyway, so Anna, she worked on her credit. I think it took her about 10 months. Yeah, took her about 10 months. She got her credit score up. She came back. She was like, okay, we start looking for her house. So I'm driving around in a city 2 hours from my home I think it's 2.5 hours from where I live. I would drive down, go around looking for houses with her. Finally, we found a house that zoning says she could do a group home and it could be 10 beds. So y'all see, we a year into this, okay? I'm a year into this with Anna. This is one of my mentees. So anyway, so she goes, she finds the house. Then she's like, okay, well, for 10 beds in that city, in that county, she had to have fire sprinklers put in and a whole system put in. So then we had to have the fire marshal come in. Look, they do their inspection, they tell her what she needs. So they come back and they tell Anna, you have to put a fire hydrant out on the street and run pipes into your house in order for you to meet the specs to have um fire sprinklers. I'm like, what? Anna said, okay. So they put a fire hydrant. Now, I don't know how many of y'all done ever, has anybody ever been through this in their business where you actually had to put another fire hydrant and had pipes running into your house in order to get to where you was going? Well, I'm gonna tell you, Anna said, okay. So that was months. So once we get that done, then they come in, they have to inspect, they have to clear it for the fire sprinklers. Okay. Once they do that, then that's when I start my work. So this is months we're into this. So then I had to start my work getting her license, go through the process, get the floor plan, get the certificate of occupancy, get the application done, have them come and do, the survey and all of that. But all in all, in the end, Anna got her 10-bed home and she completed her process. It took us a total of 3 years. Okay. So when you say overcoming challenges to get to your group home, Anna overcame all of those challenges because she had a vision in her mind. And I'm going to tell you, I told her, I was like, you sure you want to do all this? I mean, I can do this a little easier. We can go. But she knew what she wanted to have. She knew in her mind, she had her own vision for her dream for a group home journey. And she paid me as a premium client to get her there. And now she has had her home for what, three years, I think. I think it's 3 years now. And so that is one of my, because I'm gonna try to share with y'all like stories in different like categories of people going through my mentorship in the group home journey, because people try to make stuff seem so, oh, the mentor can, but this is the thing. Had I not been there, yes, it was 3 years. And people think mentorship supposed to be so quick. It may have took her 6 years by herself, because nobody would have been in those meetings with her that knew how to talk to those people and tell them what she wanted and relay her message. Even though I was kind of like, okay, do we really want to go through all this? I was her representative. So when she told me what she wanted, it was my job when I showed up. I'm her representative speaking for her, regardless of what I'm talking to her about in the back room. When I show up to y'all, I'm about to tell y'all what Anna dream is. This what Anna want. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting for Anna, So that's how it was. And so had I not have been there with her and been on these calls with the planning and development, with the county, with the fire marshal and all of this. And she told me, she was like, Myri, you are so amazing, because I knew what to say. And when I didn't know what to say, I had people that I could go to that I had already had as a resource. Oh, let me go to the architect and ask them this. Oh, let me go to this, because these are people that were my resources that I had to assist us to do the things that we needed to do. And so that's what being a mentor is about. That's what having a mentee is about, is to have somebody sometimes to step up and speak for you when you don't know what to say. That's what my mentorship is about. I don't know about other people, but that's what my mentorship is about, is being there for that person so they can know, so they can have the confidence to know that I'm going to get there regardless of how. And don't think she didn't get discouraged. She did. She got discouraged sometime. But it was up to me to say, girl, we can do this. Stop it. Let's go. So, yeah, that's what mentorship about. That's my story on overcoming challenges. And so then, I would say the next story, it's story time tonight, y'all. Hey, baby face. Hey, Michael. High motivation. If it don't fit, quit. Nah, Ellen, sometimes you gotta fight. Yeah, sometimes you gotta fight. We have a one-on-one coming next week. Can't wait. All right. Okay. See you next week. Yes. So yeah, so they put the link on YouTube for people to book consultations. If you guys have not had a 1 hour consultation, if you are on Instagram, you can always go to the link in my bio if you want to book a consultation, or you can DM me mentorship, and one of my assistants will send you out a information sheet to fill out. So either way, but I would say achieving goals. So that's the next title that I put, because I like to take notes, y'all know, so I can remember. So anyway, so story time this time. I had a young man. He was so um, determined. He was so determined, and his name was Muhammad. So determined. He, I met him. He called me one day, and he was like, he kept calling me. That's the thing. He kept calling me. People that know me know I don't really answer my phone because I get a lot of calls on. I have this number that I've had for 20, let me see, my twins are 25. Yeah, they turned 25. So I have had this phone number for 27 years. So everybody for 27 years knows that number, and people just call me all the time. So honestly, I do not answer that phone number. People leave messages and then I call them back. So anyway, he kept calling me. Oh, and he had a really thick African accent. And he kept calling me, kept calling me, kept calling me, lift me. Please, please, ma'am, please call me back, ma'am. Please, I must talk to you. God has told me to talk to you. I swear that's how he was calling me. And he just, please, the Lord has, I'm telling you, please. And so finally, after he called me maybe, I don't know, 20 times, maybe for a month or something, I called him back and I'm like, let me find out who this guy is. So I call him back and I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh my gosh, ma'am, I have to meet with you. You please. God has put you in my life to help me. I must have a group home. You must meet with me. And I was like, oh, well, I don't really meet with people like that. This was probably, I would say this was kind of at the end of Anna. So maybe 4 years ago, something like that. So anyway, hey boss Perry Boss Barber. And so yeah. Oh my gosh. So this guy asked to meet with me, and my sister was there. My sister, I'm gonna tell you, my sister loves African people. Her husband is Nigerian, and she loves people of African descent, like people from Africa, not people like us from African descent, but people from Africa. She loves them. And so she was like, "Oh, it's not gonna hurt us. Let's just meet with him, you know." And I'm like, you just doing that because he got an accent." No. So anyway, so we go, and he's like, "I want you to come see my home. Please come to my home and see my home." And so anyway, so we go and we meet him at his home. So he's telling us, everything, all his dreams, everything he wants to do. And so then he asked, could he be um my mentee? And so I told him what basically what it costs. And he's like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh." He had a group home for it was a year, over a year, with no clients. No clients. And so I told him, that's the sacrifice you're going to have to make. He was like, "Well, honestly, I want to tell you, I'm about to lose my house. I'm in foreclosure. I'm 4 months behind, and I'm about to lose this house." Because he had a house his family was staying in, but he had a house he was about to turn into a group home. And so he was like, "I promise you, if you do this for me, I promise you, I will do whatever. I will work for you. I will work for you. That's what I can do. Do you need an employee? I have been a BHT for years, and I will work for you." And so I told him, I said, "Well, actually, we do need somebody to work." So I said, "Okay, what you make is going to go towards your mentorship." And he was like, "Okay." So he came to work for me. And I'm going to tell you, he was a great employee. Great employee. He would come in, he did his job, he was attentive to the clients, he was a great employee. So after he had worked for me about a good month, I was like, wow, I want to help him because he's treating my people so nice, and he's taking care of the home. He was doing extra stuff. He was a great employee. And so I'm like, okay. So anyway, helped him get his home straight, because that's the thing. People have group homes sometime, and they don't know what they're doing. They just have it in their mind, "I'm going to open this group home," not thinking you have to have systems set up to run your home correctly. You have to stay within compliance. You have to be doing things correctly, in order to have a sustainable group home. And so what me and my team did, we went in, we helped him clean up some things while we marketed for him to help him get people into his home. Okay. And so got him together, got him people in there. Everything was going good. He actually had to stop working for me because his house was full. And so he needed to take care of his own home. And so everything was going great. And so I like to say, look, I like to pull from different from like I said I'll say different quotes, different different scriptures, different things like that. And so in that example, I put Jeremiah 29:11, and I know a lot of you guys know what that says. It's the scripture about when it says the Lord knows, God knows the plans that he has for you, you know? And so it wasn't my plan to take this person under my mentorship. It wasn't my plan, Hey, Kay, but because my sister likes people with African accents. Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Brendan. So yeah, because my sister liked people, you know, it would I guess it was in God's plan for me to help this guy. But when we met him, he had my card, and that card had been through the washing machine. It had been it that card was so it's like that guy had that card and was like holding on to that card for dear life. And he showed me. He said, "I got your card. I got your card from somebody, and I've been holding on to this card because God said you are the person that's going to help me with my group home." And when and so we look, my sister laughing, my sister out here, y'all, because she know I'm telling y'all the truth. And so we were when we went over there and he showed me that card, and he literally, this man was begging. He said, "My wife is pregnant. I am just trying to take care of my family, and I'm about to lose my house." And he was like, "If you help me," he said, I promise you, I will be a good steward over the job that you give me. I will work really hard, and he told me and he did. He was a good employee. And when he got his group home, he was excited. He was making money. He's a little bit more flashier than me, but I would see him, he'd be in a new car every time I saw him. Yeah, and him and his wife, it helped him. And so now he started with that one group home. Now he has DDD homes that he's doing. And so that is one of my mentees that I say achieving goals. His goal was to have a successful group home. And by golly, I guess he got it. He got more than he asked for, you know? So that I pray one day you share my successful story too. All right, Penelope. Okay. Oh, oh my gosh. So yeah, so that is one. And then this one, this one I want to this is my last one I want to talk about, y'all. I told y'all tonight is story time. Tonight is story time. We talking about mentees. If you are on YouTube and you have not liked this video, make sure y'all like this video. Go ahead. It's people on here. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you like the video. And then on Instagram, if you are watching on Instagram, make sure you just tap the screen a couple of times and show me some love. And if you want to throw some pink hearts in the chat, go ahead and do that for me too. So yeah, so tonight is story time. If you are just coming in, I am just telling stories on unlocking potential and transforming lives, because that's what I feel like I do in my mentorship. And so I normally come on here to give you guys, what you need in your group home journey. But tonight I'm like, I'm going to just come and share some stories on people that I've actually mentored that are being successful in their group home journey, whatever that is for them. With Anna's at one home and she's okay with her 110-bed home. Muhammad is at multiple homes now because that was his plan. He like, you scaled, I want to scale. So that's what he's doing now. So that's, it's whatever you want to do. And so in this story, this, like I said, this is my last story. So in this story, I call this personal growth and development. I like to give each little story because I think of it this way. You know how they say how your journey starts isn't how it has to end. So how your journey starts isn't how it has to end. Somebody because y'all quiet, throw some pink hearts up in the chat for me, you guys. If you're on here and you can hear me, throw some pink hearts in the chat. I love these strawberry refreshers. Thank you, Riley family. Thank you, I am me. Thank you. All right, Rochelle Holmes. Thank you. Thank you. Rochelle Holmes, I should have told y'all story. I'll save y'all story for next time. I just kind of wanted to give like different scenarios, different because everybody out there has a different story or a different challenge or a different, background or whatever it is. Thank you, Florida. Thank you, Roz. Thank you guys. But yeah, everybody does. And so it doesn't have to look the same way. You know, your journey may be easier than mine. Like I tell y'all, my kids ate peanut butter and jelly. I had no money. I was rubbing two nickels together to get to my group home, you know? And so your journey may not look like that. You may have it all laid out. You may have cash in the bank. Your husband is supportive. Everything's going good. Y'all still having date nights. I want that for y'all. But I got to tell y'all the different different scenarios because everybody life ain't the same and everybody's story may start one way or start differently. And it may end one way or end differently. And so, hey, Dana, thank you. And so, yeah, so this time I want to talk about a young man named Rush. Okay. So, Rush, I, I call I call this story the personal growth and development. Rush, young man living in Louisiana, you know, lived a hard life. I from what I got from him, he from the streets. He know about the streets. Got the hustle in him. I love it, because a hustler one way can be a hustler another way. And so that's Rush story. He's just trying to make a better life for his family. He's just trying to be an example to his little brother, you know? And so Rush journey started out, he wanted a group home. He's in Louisiana. He's like, I've worked in group homes a long time and I know the things that go on in there and I just want to have a group home where I can pour into the community and to be, he wanted to be a upstanding citizen in his community and he wanted to help people that were less fortunate in his community. And so I had to respect that. And so Rush actually met me through Work Series. He came out to the Work Series. He was a little quiet at first. We pulled him out of his shell and he ended up saying, "Man, I had such a good time." He came to the dinner on the last night, and he told me, he said, "You know what? You're going to be my mentor. You're going to be my mentor." He said, "How much is your mentorship?" So I told him, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna have to work that out." I said, "Okay." He went back home, and in less than a week, he said, "All right, I'm ready for your mentorship." So he signed up for my mentorship. He was there on the call. Sometimes he was at work or just leaving work, but he showed up for the calls. And he was just like taking it all in. He asked questions, you know, he communicated with the group. He just he was just doing what he was supposed to do. And so one training that I had, I was talking about non-emergency medical transportation, NEMT. I don't know if any of you guys know what non-emergency medical transportation is, but it's basically like you're transporting clients and the insurance company is paying you for it. So like in some of my group homes, I am a non-emergency medical transportation provider. So I have an access number and an MPI number just for my vans, my transportation. So when I take my clients to appointments and then when I transport them, I get paid to transport my clients. And I told him that and a bell just went off light bulb went off in his head. Boop, and he's like, "What?" And he started asking me questions. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to find out if they need that. So he went because he was out looking for group homes. But he was like, wait a minute. So he went and he started asking, and he was like, man, it's a big need here for non-emergency medical transportation. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So what do I do? So I told him, things that he needed to have to get started. He went in, he checked in. He got a contract as a non-emergency medical transportation provider. So Rush started out telling me he wanted a group home. He ended up, he's like, I don't want a group home no more. He's working on van number, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something like that, doing non-emergency medical transportation. But because had he not been my mentee, who knows if anybody would have gave him that piece of information? Who knows if, anybody would have told him this is what you need to do to become a provider and helped him to get there? So who would have known? Who knows if that ever would have happened? But him being a part of my mentorship, being able to come in, being in the room with like-minded people, even though the room is Zoom, but still being around like-minded people, business people, trying to throw ideas off of each other, asking questions, having us do research for you, having us to show you the way. He started here, but where he started isn't where he ended. Okay? So that's an example of personal growth and development. This is a guy that was, a street guy, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not going to say hood because I don't think he was hood, but he was a little from the streets. Now he is a business owner with his own business, a registered business and a provider providing a service, a medical service for people where he lives. And so, let's see. I had an NEMT business 3 months and somebody stole my van and wrecked it. Insurance totaled it out. Couldn't find another wheelchair like it. Shake my head. Hey, it happens. Look, at least you had insurance. At least you had insurance. Yeah. But oh my gosh. But yeah, so I'm telling you guys, mentorship matters. When I say that, I know mentorship changed my life. Me having mentors is, I feel like, what got me here. Me having a mentor is why I'm in front of you guys, because I didn't want to do this. But my mentor said, no, look, he called me M. No, M, you need to get out there and you need to tell people. You got a story to tell. You need to tell people. And that's why I'm here today. So mentorship matters. Sometimes it takes a mentor to push things out of you, to pull things out of you, to unlock potential, and transform your life. That's what my mentors did for me. So it's only right that I do it for my mentees. They unlocked the potential and they helped to transform my life. I did the work. The mentee's gonna do the work, but sometimes it helps touching and agreeing with someone. Scripture says where 2 and 3 are gathered together in my name. You don't want to be by yourself, because it ain't saying do it by yourself. It said where 2 or 3 are gathered together. So y'all know I'm gonna throw a little scripture up in there on y'all because it's in me, so it has to come out. Yes. And then I wrote down Philippians 2 and 4. Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others. And that's what I try to live by. It ain't just about me, y'all. It ain't just about me. It's about Rochelle Holmes, who has a beautiful group home that I still got to go visit in Virginia. It's about Anna, who has her group home set up. It's about those people and the lives that they're touching. Just think about how many lives. I think about that all the time, y'all. Look, I'm about to cry because it makes me tear up. When I was young, let me see, Tamia is 23. So this was 22 years ago. I wrote a newsletter, and it was called um, The Impact of One. My brother was a preacher, and he asked me, he was like, Myra, you're a good writer. Can you write me a newsletter? And I wrote the first thing was the power. It was the power of one. Yeah, the power of one. That's what it was called. And so I think about that sometimes because I'm one person. But think about how many people that I have touched by just being me. And that's the most, look, I'm really going to cry. Look, that's the most powerful thing. I get to be myself every day and still make an impact. I don't have to be nobody different. All I got to be is old Dr. Myrie Hayes and show up for people and me as one person. And you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. You as one person can touch so many lives. But I think about that newsletter that I wrote, The Power of One, and how one person can change a multitude of people. And so I think about that when I'm dealing with people, because how what I do with that person, and the in the what am I trying to say? The impact that I make on that person can change a multitude of people. Now, had I not helped Anna, who knows what would have happened to her? She would not have had the 10 bed. She probably would have went back. She was an executive for AT&T. She probably would have just been like, oh, the hell with it. I made good money. I'm just gonna keep working. And she would have been unhappy. But now she's happy. Her daughter's working with her now. So she's changing that life. Her grandbaby's watching her daughter. The 10 people that she has within her home routinely, all the people flowing out, all the connections she's made. Guess who helped her? Me. One. So I think about that, y'all. And that stays heavy on me. Is I think about that me as one person, people that have bought my course, people that have went through my mentorship, people that hired me as as a premium client, people that I do consultation calls with. I do a lot of consultation calls with people. And so I'd always try to give them something, you know, give them something when they leave, because I want people, when I meet people or when I make a connection, I want you to be better when you leave me than you were before you came. That's always been me and my family. That's like a mission of ours. We want people to be better when they leave than they were before they came. And so tonight was kind of like my bragging rights. Nah. I want to tell people what I've done, because a lot of times I'm caught up in the moments, because people always ask me, do you have what do you call them? Testimonials. Sometimes I forget to do testimonials. And then sometimes you get caught up and I don't know, I just don't think about it because I'm in the moment. A lot of times when I'm with people, I'm in the moment. And then I go through periods where I do be trying to get videos. So it's crazy. But let's see. Yes, that trip is over. Yes, it is way overdue. But this is the thing. It's warm in Virginia now. Y'all know I can't come there when it's cold. Amen, Penelope. Somebody said, "Wear your crown, sis." Yes, so this was unlocking potential, transforming lives. And I feel like that is the subtitle to the Group Home Queen Mentorship because I like to unlock the potential in people and what I see and what I feel like I can help you, to get out of the vision and the mission you have to have a group home and then also transforming lives because that's what the group home business has done for me. It has transformed my life. Hey, Claudette. So, yeah, you guys, well, this was good. This was good. It was good for me. If it wasn't good for you, it was good for me. That don't sound good, but but yeah, so you guys, let me do my housekeeping. If you are on YouTube and you are watching this video and you have not liked this video, make sure you guys like the video. That's for the analytics. If you are on Instagram and you have not hit the screen a couple of times, hit the screen for me. Go ahead and show me some love. Da, 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 da. Yes. And so this was Winning Wednesday, you guys. We will be in Atlanta this weekend. So you make sure y'all watch my stories, send me comments. If you are looking for mentorship, make sure that you guys DM me mentorship, and one of my assistants will send you a link to fill out an application. And then also, too, if you are thinking about doing the consultation call, make sure on Instagram that you um, go to the link in the bio. And on YouTube, I think they posted a link for you guys. Also, too, we do have the MH Gang YouTube membership. If you have not joined for the exclusive videos in our YouTube mentorship, make sure, well, not mentorship, but membership. Make sure you guys join the YouTube membership. And thank you to all my members that showed up tonight to support me on this Winning Wednesday. All right, you guys. Monique said, "Thank you for sharing. Have a blessed night." You too. You too. Hey, I am Bradley. So, yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys here next week. And as I always say, be a blessing to someone else. Bye. Bye, you guys.